The starship Elysium hummed softly as it drifted through the inky void of space. I stood at the observation deck, my breath fogging up the reinforced glass as I stared at the distant planet below. Zephyria, a world of swirling emerald clouds and shimmering silver oceans, home to the enigmatic Zephyrians, a race of advanced beings who had remained shrouded in mystery for centuries. Today, that mystery was about to be unraveled. As the chief xenobiologist aboard the Elysium, I had been chosen to lead the first contact mission with the Zephyrians. The planet's ruling family had agreed to meet with us, and rumors swirled that the alien princess herself would be present. Her existence was the stuff of legends, a being of unparalleled beauty and power, said to possess abilities beyond human comprehension. I adjusted the collar of my uniform, my heart pounding as the ship descended through Zephyria's atmosphere. The surface was even more breathtaking up close. Towering crystalline structures rose from the ground, reflecting the light of the planet's twin suns. The air was thick with the scent of exotic flowers, and the ground seemed to pulse faintly as if alive. We were escorted to the Grand Citadel, a massive palace that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Its walls shimmered like liquid mercury, and its spires reached impossibly high into the sky. Inside, the air was cool and filled with a soft, melodic hum. The Zephyrian delegation awaited us in a vast hall, their forms obscured by flowing robes of iridescent fabric. At the center of the group stood a figure taller than the rest, her presence commanding the room. This had to be the princess. "Welcome, travelers from Earth," she said, her voice a harmonious blend of tones that sent shivers down my spine. "We have awaited this moment for many cycles." I stepped forward, bowing slightly. "Thank you for granting us this audience. I am Dr. Elara Voss, and it is an honor to stand before you." The princess inclined her head, and for a moment, I thought I saw a flicker of curiosity in her glowing eyes. "The honor is ours, Dr. Voss. We have much to discuss, but first, let us dispense with the formalities." With a graceful wave of her hand, the princess's robes began to dissolve, revealing her true form. Gasp! Her skin was a luminous shade of silver, etched with intricate patterns that glowed faintly, like constellations come to life. Her hair flowed like liquid starlight, and her eyes, those mesmerizing eyes, seemed to hold the entirety of the cosmos within them. But it wasn't just her appearance that left me stunned. It was the energy that radiated from her, a palpable force that made the air around her shimmer. For a moment I forgot how to breathe. The princess tilted her head, studying me with an expression I couldn't quite decipher. "You are surprised," she said, her tone tinged with amusement. I didn't expect," I stammered, struggling to find the words. "You didn't expect me to be so humanoid," she suggested, a faint smile playing on her lips. "No, it's not that," I said quickly. "It's just, you're breathtaking." The princess's smile widened, and for a moment, the room seemed to brighten. "You are kind, Dr. Voss. But tell me, do your people often judge others by their appearance?" Her question caught me off guard. "I suppose we do, to some extent. But I meant no offense." "None was taken," she assured me. "In fact, I find your honesty refreshing. It is a trait we value highly among my people." As the meeting progressed, I found myself increasingly captivated by the princess. Her intelligence was matched only by her curiosity, and she seemed genuinely interested in learning about Earth and its inhabitants. We discussed everything from science and technology to art and philosophy, and with each passing moment, I felt a growing connection between us. But there was something else, something I couldn't quite put into words. It was as if the princess could see straight into my soul, her gaze piercing through the walls I had built around myself. Tell me, Dr. Voss, she said suddenly, her voice soft but probing. What do you fear most? The question took me by surprise. I suppose I fear failure, I admitted. The thought of letting down my team, my people. It terrifies me. The princess nodded, her expression thoughtful. A noble fear, she said, but one that can consume you if you let it. Tell me, do you believe in destiny? I hesitated. I'm not sure. I've always believed that we create our own paths. An interesting perspective, she said. But what if I told you that our meeting was not by chance? That it was written in the stars long before either of us existed? I stared at her, my mind racing. What do you mean? The princess rose from her seat, her movements fluid and graceful. Come with me, she said, extending a hand. I hesitated for only a moment before taking it. Her touch was warm, and a strange sensation coursed through me, like a current of electricity. She led me through a series of winding corridors, each more breathtaking than the last, until we reached a secluded garden bathed in the light of Zephyria's twin suns. In the center of the garden stood a massive tree, its branches reaching toward the sky. The tree's leaves shimmered with a soft, golden light, and its trunk was covered in intricate carvings that seemed to tell a story. This is the tree of eternity, the princess explained. It holds the memories of my people, and the secrets of the universe. I stared at the tree in awe. It's beautiful. The princess nodded. It is said that those who are destined to meet will hear the tree's song. Listen closely, Dr. Voss. I closed my eyes, focusing on the soft hum that filled the air. First there was nothing. But then, faintly, I heard it, a melody unlike anything I had ever experienced. It was haunting and beautiful, filled with a sense of longing and hope. When I opened my eyes, the princess was watching me intently. You heard it, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. I did, I replied, my heart pounding. What does it mean? The princess smiled, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. It means that our meeting was no accident, Dr. Voss. The universe has brought us together for a reason. Before I could respond, she leaned in, her lips brushing against mine in a kiss that sent shockwaves through my entire being. It was as if the universe itself had aligned in that moment, and I felt a connection to her that transcended time and space. When she pulled away, I was left breathless, my mind reeling. I don't know what to say, I stammered. The princess smiled, her expression filled with warmth. You don't need to say anything, Dr. Voss. Just know that our journey together is only beginning. As I stood there, bathed in the light of the tree of eternity, I realized that my life would never be the same. The alien princess had unveiled herself to me, and indeed,